Greetings everyone. I hope you are well. I hope you are keeping safe. My name is Erick, and today we shall be learning something that is totally different. Today we shall be learning about the jobs that kills upon dismissal. The jobs that kills upon dismissals. Dismissal. These are jobs that when you are sacked, they have that potential. They have that ability to make you suffer. And when you are dismissed, you may not even live long. They change your life. They turn your life upside down. You'll find someone, he was just a man, he was just a woman of high status, but now it's useless. Drinking silly, has become berserk. They develop bipolar. They lose memory. They become useless in the society. You will find them, people with big English, in pubs, deplorable conditions. These are the jobs that they are dream jobs. This job, when you ask a child, who will you like to be when you grow up? They will point at this job. But this job, they have that capacity to break you down. They have a lot of pressure. When you lose them, to sustain your life become a struggle. Most of these jobs are non-technical. They are what I can say blue, white-collar job. Most of them are white-collar jobs. This job, they have capacity to change your life completely. They transform your lives. These are jobs with capacity to get you from slums to the high-end, leafy suburbs. They can make you leave that lowly state to a gated community. When you lose this job, they have the ability to constrain you financially. This job, they lead to what I can call mental battle. And you know that this job, they are jobs of high demand. These jobs, it's important to note, they have a lot of substitutes. You can be replaced at any given time. When you are sacked, the company will continue. There is nothing that changes when you are sacked. This job, they kill. They will kill you. They will kill you socially. No one will want to associate with you when you lose this job. People respect you. People accord you honor because of the position you hold. So the very day you lose this job, no one respects you. So they kill you socially. They kill you economically because we lose what we call financial muscle, or I can say purchasing power. When you lose this job, there are things you cannot buy. There are places you cannot go. There are things you cannot afford. So they kill you economically. They kill you psychologically. You can even develop suicidal thoughts. They'll make you waste your life. And eventually they kill you physically because you will die before your time. The jobs that kills upon dismissal. When you are sacked, it's very difficult to get other job of similar nature. You struggle to find stability, that equilibrium. You will eventually die prematurely. I'm not here to scare you. I'm just want to tell you, when you're in that field, you need to be cautious. When you're in that field, there are things that you have to do. Because it's very much slippery. You don't know tomorrow. Your replacer is just outside. Already, there are people who can take your job. So I'll be pretty fast. Let's look at this job. There are 12 jobs that when you are sacked, they have potential to kill you. They have potential. You can never be the same when you lose this job. The first job is cabin crew or flight attendant. This job of cabin crew, it is the sought after among ladies. Every girl would like to be a cabin crew, air hostess. Because of what? This job is a job of high life. High life. Whereby you wear designer clothes, designer fragrance, you visit cities, global cities. Every time. Oh, I was in Bamako. I was in Dhaka. I was in Indonesia. I was in where? I was in Thailand. I was in Gonzu. It is about cities that we have visited. So it's a good job because you travel the world free of charge. And you know what? Cabin crew, they sleep in 5-star hotels. So you have visited all these 5-star hotels. You name it, you are there. When you say this hotel, they have lunch in that hotel. So it's a job that is so much of high class. And you know you cannot afford 5-star hotel when you are not of that status. This job, they are used to those exquisite meals. They eat well. Those cuisine. They try different delicacies. It's about good life. It's about if they are taking juice. It's about wine. It's about food. It's about cheese. If it's about yogurt. It's just a good life. And you know what? They live in gated communities. Most of cabin crews, they live in gated communities. Estates where they are picked and they are dropped. And also, this job, you'll always interact with rich friends because people, your clientele, are people of means. So when you lose this job, for you to accept reality, it's a struggle. Because now, you are living in gated community, whereby service charge is 15,000. You have not added the rent. Where will you get it? High life. You are used to those designer perfume. How will you get them? You are used to get them in duty free. Now you don't have access to duty free. You are used to eat those delicacies. But now you are forced to eat just to survive. So it comes with a lot of pressure. How will I conform? How will I survive? And this can kill you psychologically. Will lead to mental instability. And some of them are drunkards. There are so many. I can give you an example. This job is not like pilot. I've said cabin crew. Because you know there are those who are called flight deck crew. Those are the pilots. And pilots, for them, when you sack them, they lose nothing. Because pilot gain by flying. They gain hours. And that hours make them marketable. So I will tell you I've flown for 1,000 hours, 10,000, 4,000, 6,000. So when you sack him, he'll go to another airline. But cabin crew, when he's sacked, his life crumbles. So they cannot be the same again. When a cabin crew his services or our services is terminated. More so when you are a passer. You know, this is a job that is not technical. Titus Naikuni, former MD of Kenya Airways, when they were striking, he used to refer to them as, you know what, you are just elevated waiters. Anyone can do your job. And he sacked them. He said that you are just elevated waiters. And actually it's true. This job is just about customer service. It's about serving people aboard the aircraft. So it's not technical. Anyone, you just been trained. 1 week is enough to do the things that they are doing. Nothing is complicated. Nothing is sophisticated. So when they are sacked, it will drain them psychologically. How will I afford this high life? How will I manage? How will I pay this gated community? How will I afford the 5-star hotel? I was used to sleep in 5-star hotel. Now, how can I organize my life in that tiny room? Now, where will I? You are used to see members of parliament, business mogul, captain industries. You are used to see those public figures. Now you don't have that access. It will really attack you. And it can lead you to die before your time. Another job that might cost your life when you are terminated, abrupt termination, summary dismissal, is the job of police. You know, police, when you are in the force, there are things you don't buy. There are things you are not used to buy. Psychological needs, food, small stuff. When you just go out, you just meet someone, you can just harass someone, and it can help you afford your need. So psychological needs is not your concern. Since you are posted, you have never bought food. You have never, everything is just people's money. So earning money, legit money, will be a struggle to you when you are sacked. Because you know, I just have to, where people know me, I just have to go to this pub. I just have to go to this establishment. I just have to go to this company and meet some Asian, and they shall give me money. Now, nowhere to be seen. Another reason that will make them die, and I've seen it severally, is because of the chain of command. They are used to taking orders, being instructed. Oh, in the morning, they receive the briefing. You shall man the gate. You shall deal with files. You shall accompany the inmates. You shall do what? You shall be at the OB desks. You shall go to patrol. Now you don't have those commands. You have to command yourself. Maybe you have been in the force for 20 years. You are not used to do things on your own volition. You are used to being ordered. Go here. Handle this case. Follow this. Do this. It's all about instruction. So now, living that life, it will be a struggle. And you can suffer. Because you have now 24 hours to organize yourself. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to end. So it will affect you psychologically. And another reason is civilian adjustment. You can imagine you are not used to queuing. Now you have to queue. In bank you queue. Everywhere you queue. When people are when people are voting, you queue. So your life, living that life of civilian, will really affect you in a big way. Whereby people are now engaging you like civilian. You will struggle. It will make you die. And I know so many of them who have died. They find solace in a bottle of liquor and they end up dying. So many. I can give you example from morning to evening of the ex-police who were terminated. I know them, some on a personal level. It can kill upon dismissal. The third job that has ability and capacity to kill you when your services are terminated is tax collector. The people who are dealing in revenue. That is the job that is the second. They always compete with police on that corruption index. They are always coming second to each other. Police and tax people of KRA. Because there is money. When you work there, within a short period of time, you have built a bungalow. You have built a mansion. You have a lot of property within a short period of time because of those custom deals. When you see vehicles, when people are purchasing vehicles, they are your customer. Cargo. I was working in a logistic company here in airport. Within a short period of time, the man bought a big car. He was just posted. Within a short period of time, he has bought a big car because of deals. And also, in the airport, You know, in the airport, when people have new product or new things, maybe gift, and they are always new, they must pay a duty. And who will they meet? They will meet you. So you can imagine you being broke for the whole month, yet you just make money within foreign currency within a short period of time. You will struggle trying to figure out, how will I survive? And here is people who are looking for me so that I can help them clear their goods, clear their cargo, clear their container, clear their warehouse. It's just money flowing. You will struggle and you will die. The fourth job is a brother to it, immigration officer. Here is whereby when you are terminated, when you are sacked, the first thing that will happen to you, you must suffer psychologically, and it will be in a big way. Because there, you see, when people are flying out and coming in, there must be stamped the visa. And you know, there are people with challenges, and their challenges is your profit. So when you are in your booth, there are people who are coming there. They know their weakness. They bribe you. They issue a passport. And sometimes I wonder, these are things that take too long. Yet they're in the system. And there is a printer there. Someone should just go, you type and he print and he leaves. But here months, passport issuance once. So when you want someone to expedite the process, money. And who is that to do that? Immigration officer. When you want your passport in 3 days, in hours, in weeks, in months. So you can imagine, when you are not in that system, that process, you ask yourself, by now you have maybe gathered or get 2,000. No, they deal with more money, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 100,000 for expedition to expedite the process of passport issuance. So you can imagine this man being broke, yet he knows the money, how they were flowing, how the man was paying party after party, because there is money. The very day I step foot in the office, money look for me. But now you are the one to look for money. It must affect you psychologically, and you cannot live long. Another job that is so hard that can make you die, and I've seen people dying, is the job of caretaker. You know, caretaker, they incur no cost. They don't pay rent in this city or in this life. They don't pay rent. As they are quick to lock your door, them they don't pay. So these people, they enjoy life. They don't pay utilities. They don't pay water bills. They don't pay electricity bills. Where there is Wi-Fi, they place a condition for you to have a Wi-Fi, a router in this plot, you must give me for free. If it is DSTV, while others are paying, they receive for free. So you can imagine, when that services is terminated, a man now starting paying rent. Maybe he was given like our place. The caretaker has been given 2 houses. Now starting to pay. A challenge. Now starting to pay bills, utility, electricity, water bills. A challenge. Now it's just trying to figure out. I was given a penthouse. Some are given 7 quarter. Now they are forced to go to look for another small house. They are now being pushed. They are used to pushing others. They are used to frustrate people. They are used to intimidate people. Now they are the one receiving the same. they will suffer and die before their time. Another job that you might die before your time when you are sacked is the job of hotelier, career hoteliers, people who are working in big cafeterias, people who are working in hotels, big hotels. These are people you will find even in their house. They don't have pans, cooking pans. They don't have things because they eat from work. They just come to sleep. They have everything there. So free meals. Now you can imagine, I'm the one to go and buy food. I'm the one now to go and buy food. You are not used to buying food. You are used to prepare food that has been bought. So you will struggle. That life. You are used to balance courses. First course, second course, third course, appetizer. But now you are surviving on 3 or 2 meals, others even 1 meal, because you cannot afford. You are jobless. I know there is a man who drank to his death. He was working in one of the biggest hotels. He was being called to cook for people for the outside catering. But he was now addicted to alcohol that he died. A well-known man. And there are so many, over 5 men I know from Mpesa village. They were working in 5-star hotel, but some of them are in the world of the dead. Because when they were sacked, getting that similar job became a struggle. You are used to prepare Indian cuisine, Chinese, Japanese, African, Swahili dishes. But now you can't even afford the recipes. It becomes a challenge. And you can develop psychological trauma. You will suffer psychologically and eventually you will die. Another job that has that capacity to kill you when your services are terminated is presidential appointees. Presidential appointees. Them that are appointed by the president. You know, for you to be appointed, you must be someone closer to the president or his associates. We saw the other day, Gloria Oroba was saying she had a hand in the appointment of the PS of Interior, Dr. Raymond Omolo. So them that are being appointed, cabinet secretary, permanent secretary, ambassadors, and head of that statutory bodies, when their services are terminated, they experience what is called rejection. Now, the people they thought they are friends reject them. And when you read most of these memoirs, you know now we are in the season of book launches, where we read memoirs, autobiographies, and biographies. Bulk of the story, they usually talk about when they lost their job, when they were rejected, their chronicles, their struggle to adjust after being terminated, how their phones stop ringing. They usually talk about that, and most of them die. You will hear cardiac arrest. You will hear, oh, the man now is a beggar. The man from rag to riches, from grace to grass. You read their books. They have these stories. Every book that must contain that story of how they experienced when they were terminated. I know the common stories you have heard is of Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, how he experienced when his services were terminated. And I thank God he was a man of God. That's why he never succumbed to the pressure. He was not broken much, though broken but not much, to the level of suicide. We have read about Professor Bitangendemo. He has spoken severally in different fora of what he went through when he was terminated. These are jobs that kills you when abruptly they come to an end. You will die. People will have a story. He has left an indelible mark. He has left a legacy. But what happened? When he lost the job, the world crumbled. The man died. The man died psychologically, socially, and eventually physically. Another area that you might die when you lose that job, you will not manage the pressure, is journalism. And journalism, there are so many. There are so many. In fact, in this industry, they are the most. They are the most. When I don't know what happened to them. But what I can, according to experience, because I've worked in radio, and I can have a testimony. First, that on-air experience. Even sometimes, I find myself talking the way I was talking. Because you can imagine, you have a conversation by yourself for a period of 4 hours. Generating conversations. Now you are there. Nobody's listening to you. No one is calling you. No one is engaging you. So that lifestyle, you suffer great loss. And also irrelevance. Because when you are in radio, you may think that you are great, but you are nothing. The very day your services are terminated, also your listeners disappears. And they now follow your replacer, your successor. And we have seen severally, both print, broadcast, and digital media. We have seen several. It's the source of depression in the land. When your rating falls and you are terminated, you must develop depression. We have seen severally. Some even go to live in the street. Some of them are caught. There are so many around here. Here, this man was working with this station. This man was working with this mainstream media, radio, television, news anchor. There are so many. There are so many. And we bury them. Because now, they cannot accept irrelevance. They cannot accept reality of irrelevance. And this leads them to die. They die. They engage in alcoholism, drug abuse, what have you, and they die. They develop complications. They lead a stress life. And eventually they die. There are so many. Even recently I heard about Anthony Ndiema. He was talking about the same. I've heard about Siomua Mwele of the same. And there are so many. These are jobs that when you lose, you can die easily. Because now, everyone has an expectation, but you have nothing to offer. People are asking, why? Everyone, you know, sometime you are replaced by someone that you taught. Someone that you believe that you are better than them. Maybe the boss felt intimidated by your growth. Now you are there. You thought that, oh, I'm hot cake. When I leave, station will be running after me. But no one is giving you a call. You go and knock the doors. They tell you we have your number, we'll give you a call. And we'll wait forever. You cannot survive. Unless the grace of God is upon you. You cannot survive. Because even when you look, this is a job of charisma. Job of personality. Maybe you have even masters. But your replacer, majority of people who are doing well in media, they never studied media. You'll discover they never step foot in journalism school. They were never student of mass communication. They were never. But they are doing tremendous. So you can imagine the person replacing you. He has never stepped foot in a school. But he has following. He's a comedian. He's a musician. He's a dancer. He's a well-known public figure. So that depression may take you to the world of the dead. Another area that if you are not keen can lead to your death when you lose that job is the job of real estate agent. Real estate agents. You know, a real estate agent is about selling of lands. And they will tell you, oh, I sold acres of land. I sold the entire Imurutu. I sold the entire Juja. I sold the entire Isinya. I sold the entire Olkalaru. They have sold land everywhere. But one day he goes to the office after having a good field day. He's told, you know what? We don't want your service. The world will crumble. Because I don't have even an eighth. My services are terminated. I was the one selling land, but I don't have even a parcel of land. How can you survive that environment? You don't have even a piece of land. And you are the one who are placing beacons. You are the one who are taking people for site visit. You are calling people every Saturday. Today we shall be going this site visit. There is an open day somewhere. But now you don't have even a quarter. That regret, that experience cannot allow you to live. How will you tell people that I know where land is, but you don't have ability to sell now? That power has been taken away from you. You lack that authority to sell, to transact the business. You will die. You can't survive. You'll die. Another job that I believe is also a good job is called cruise ship staff. And I want to tell you, one of the beautiful things you can watch or you can see is the ship. Even Solomon was amazed. He said the 4 things that really astonished him were 4 things. The way of an eagle on hair. The way of a snake on a rock. How a man fall in love with a woman. And the way of the ship on the sea. That ship is so beautiful. I once saw it in Mombasa, Mamangina Drive. Wow. Extremely beautiful. It's extremely beautiful. You can imagine that beauty. You can only see it in the sea. And now you have been chased away from the sea. You are used to, you know, when you are in the sea or ocean, there is that ambience. There is that smell of the sea. Salty, salty. Very, very nice. You are used to taking seafoods. You are used to different nationalities, expeditions, global worldview. So amazing. The voyage experience. Now you can tell me, you will just see them in the movie. When you see a movie with a ship, you are traumatized. I was working there. But now you cannot access. Getting those jobs is very, very difficult. Very difficult to get those cruise ship job. Especially when you are in a nation, maybe a landlocked nation, or a nation that has no history of this cruise ship. So you can imagine how to adapt to the land life. You are used to sea life. You are used to see things of the sea. Different vessels. But now you are here. You are just in a tiny house. You have applied all the jobs. Nothing is coming forth. You cannot survive. It will affect you psychologically. It will affect you to accept reality, it will be a challenge. Another job that has potential to kill you is the insurance agent. Insurance agent job. You know, insurance is about selling policies, vehicle, education, life, and even now they have introduced some insurance, political instability, so that they can caution you against demonstrations, political unrest, and such a things. So you are the one. And you know, it talks about, they deal with percentage. When you get a client, you get a certain percentage. So you have given your best foot forward. Top-notch services. You are the one to look for clients. You have gone to events. You have tried to catch the eyes of the high and mighty. You have done your best. You have your best suits. You have bought the three-piece suit. You have bought those high heels, expensive. You look like money. Now you are chasing your potential, your big catch. When you are just about to seal the deal, you receive a call, come to the office. You are being told, you know what? Your services are terminated. Yet you are about this deal. You knew if you could seal this deal, all your problem will disappear. When you seal this deal, you will be able to change your life completely. You know the man you have been pursuing him to take those premiums, the policy of the company. You have tried your level best to convince him that it's just about to ink, to sign off. You receive a call, come to the office. You are not wanted. So you imagine that deal, the deal that you had, that you are never capitalized. And here you are struggling. Yet one deal, that percentage will have changed your life completely. Imagine you are telling people, this year I shall be having this car. And you know, I have friends from insurance. These people have dream cars. And they go for their dream cars. They don't tell you, I shall just buy any locomotives. No. There is a one who told me, I only want Juke. I only want a Mercedes. I only want a BMW. And they go for them. And they get them. They tell you, for me to get a client that can give me good money, I must have good vehicle. I must look money. I must look dapper. So you can imagine you are about to seal the deal. Then your services are terminated. You will die. You can imagine how you are feeling when you have convinced him. You have had all those pitching. You have tried. Your potential is about to give in. Then your services are terminated. Another person gets the food because you did all the work. That percentage will keep on haunting you. The more you struggle, the more you suffer, those pictures will be reappearing in your mind. So you will end up trying to forget. And as you forget, you use those means that will make you die before your time. Finally, the job that people fear to lose. And when they lose, they die. Politicians. Look at politicians. After a short period of time, all their properties are being auctioned. They develop depression. They always in hospital, in and on and off. What is happening to them? Why is it that politicians, when they are voted out, some of them die before the next election? What is happening to them? It's because of the life of the opulence. You know, a politician, he make deals. This man think of, oh, I want to buy a house in Dubai. I was to buy a house in Karen. I was to buy an estate. I was to maybe invest, open a company. in another nation. I was to take a certain amount. At this time, I'm supposed to be multimillionaire. At this period, I must be a billionaire. And this time, I must buy an aircraft, a chopper. That is in their mind. You are voted out. That dream has crumbled. The ground has not accepted you. No one wants anything to do with you. Some of them die. Try to reach out. You are the one giving tenders. Now even getting a tender is a challenge. It will affect you psychologically. Another thing that contributes to politician death is honor. Mwesh. Now no one is calling you Mwesh. You are used to reserve seat. Now sitting backbench. Accepting that I am the one now sitting backbench. I'm the one being searched when I'm flying out. I'm the one now sitting with the commoners. I'm the one doing this. Accepting that reality is a challenge. And another thing is embezzlement. You are used to embezzle money. You receive the allocation. You just use a little, just small. You make just stand for borders. Or you paint some 2 classes. Or you build some 2 classes and everything. And the rest of the money in the pocket. Now there is nothing to embezzle. There is nothing to embezzle. And some of them you are being followed. Anti-Corruption Commission is after your neck. Kenya Revenue Authority after your neck. DPP after your neck. The courts, the cases now, all of them are coming up. All the ladies that you are sustaining, all the concubines, all those clandestine relationships, all the child support. You know, politician will find that you have a child there, because you have money. It is not a challenge. You can make them feel comfortable, but now there is no money. All the money has disappeared. There is no cover. You don't get any pension. You are a member of parliament. You are a senator. You are a member of county assembly. There is no take away pension. Now you have to survive from that. That's why they sell their property. That's why they cannot meet their financial obligations. That's why most of them, they die before the next election. What is happening to them? Psychological death. So let's find solution to the people of this field. How can they be saved? How can they be rescued? I have come up with 4 solutions. First, invest heavily. When you are among the 12, invest heavily in your time of harvest, so that your time of winter, you shall have something. Invest heavily, whereby you can sustain your life. Invest heavily. Live your life. Don't try to copy others. And another, be contented. Be contented. You know, the problem is greed. This job, they have a lot of greed. When you have this, you just want. They have a lot of greed that will lead them to be terminated. Be contented with your salary. Don't take more than enough. That is what is written in the Bible. Now they start taking bribe. They start, and eventually they are caught. Their services are terminated. Be faithful to what God has trusted you. The job you are doing is dream job. Just be faithful. The third one, have many revenue streams. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, have many streams. Don't only depend on that cabin crew job. Don't only depend on that caretaker job. Don't only depend on that cruise job. Don't only depend on that insurance job. Don't only depend as a politician on those tenders that you are getting through your networks. What about when those networks will not be there? What will you do? You are a caretaker. You are a hotelier. You are a policeman. You are a cabin crew. Have another revenue stream. And finally, build relationships. The Bible talks of a wicked man who was very crafty. But what helped him when he was terminated was he built relationship with the debtors. The people that, because he was the one keeping records, and he knew what they owed the boss. So when someone had a 40, he was telling him, now you pay 20. So when his services were terminated, he had a community to welcome him. He had people to embrace him. Because when he was enjoying, he ate with others. Be like Nehemiah. Nehemiah was a governor, and he was sharing with the people. He loved people. He supported people. Interacted with people. But when you are in this job, some of them believe that they cannot fall. I want to tell you, build relationships. Build relationships, and it shall be well with you. For you to watch this video and other videos, kindly proceed to YouTube. Address remain Erick Sublime. Erick Sublime remain my address. Kindly like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and it shall be well with you. You can drop a text, give me a call, 0725 102 528. 0725 102 528. Don't forget, we have a college called Moriah Theological College. We are offering diploma and certificate in theology, certificate in marriage counseling, certificate in entrepreneurship, and certificate in leadership. Write to us, mountmoriahcenter@gmail.com. mountmoriahcenter@gmail.com. If you like to stand with us and ensure that we reach many people, your love gift is highly accepted. You can channel your love gift through Mpesa number 0725 102 528. 0725 102 528. So in the next teaching, I'll be teaching in Swahili, reminding you that Jesus is a judge. Jesus is a judge. That is a misconception. People believe that I can do anything. Jesus will not. We are waiting for the end time. God will judge. But God has given Jesus the power to judge. God has given Jesus power to judge. Whatever you are doing, know that Jesus is a judge. Is a judge. And I'll be demonstrating how he executes his judgment on humanity. See in the next teaching. My name is Erick. Bye-bye.